The animal kingdom. The animal kingdom is a cruel and terrifying thing. The animal kingdom is filled with tons of deadly beasts and demons. The world in general is filled with just some of the scariest, nastiest, most butt-clenching creatures ever. Today we're going to be talking about animals that make you want to shit yourself whenever you see them. First, we got Wasp. I don't even know where to begin with these monsters. Whoever knew something so damn tiny could be so fucking demonic? Wasp are the one type of species I wish I could eradicate from this damn earth. You ever just be chilling outside minding your business, when out of nowhere a gang of wasps come to jump you for no reason? You weren't bothering them, hell, you weren't even near them, and before you know it, a swarm of wasps are all over your ass. Only someone who's been stung by a wasp before can understand the agony that it can dish out. Getting stung by a wasp is the equivalent to getting stabbed with a needle. That shit is so painful. I got randomly stung by a wasp one time while I was playing basketball, and I can still feel the pain to this day. I remember having a huge sore on my arm for like the next 2 fucking weeks. I still get PTSD flashbacks whenever I hear the bzzz sound of a wasp. Next, we got Pitbulls. Pitbulls are really nothing more than NBA Youngboy reincarnated into a dog. If there's one animal you never want to get caught lacking by, it's a fucking Pitbull. If I had to describe Black Air Force energy as an animal, it would definitely be a Pitbull. I feel like we all had childhood stories of being chased through the neighborhood by these demons. You just get off the bus after a long ass day of school, and all of a sudden you hear the soul crushing sound of the barking of an overly aggressive dog. The terror you feel as you realize you're about to get your ass eaten by someone's pet. As reality sets in how cooked you are, you proceed to sprint as fast as humanly possible to not end up on the afternoon news as the dumb nigga that got eaten by a pit bull. Can someone please explain to me why the fuck these dogs are always so goddamn angry? I have never ran into a pit bull that was even remotely chill. All of them are the most aggressive, bloodthirsty pets for no reason. And then the people who own these type of dogs always say, oh, my dog's different. I promise you my dog is well trained. I swear he doesn't bite. Meanwhile, their dog that doesn't bite looks like this. And then as soon as you step foot in their house, their dog goes into full-on attack mode and tries to kill you. I don't know why anyone wants a dog that's this overly aggressive. Next, we got kangaroos. Let me go ahead and say this. An animal that's this jacked can never be any good. Kangaroos look like they could be the starting linebackers for the Kansas City Chiefs. Why would God ever create an animal that looks like it can fuck up Mike Tyson? I always felt kangaroos are what you would get if you fused a bunny and a gorilla into one. But of course, like always, Australia is responsible for the spawn of Satan. Why is it always Australia responsible for inhabiting these beastly animals? Imagine you're in a forest late at night and you see this devil hopping your way. Hulk built ass motherfucker pressing you. That type of shit would strike the fear of God in me, no cap. You tell me I gotta box Gervonta Davis or a kangaroo? I might just have to take Davis. Plus, the way they carry their babies in those pouches always looked weird to me. Next, we got cockroaches. Probably the worst insect to ever be created. Now, hear me out. I understand that technically roaches can't cause any physical harm to us. When it comes to animals, roaches are probably the least thing you should ever be worried about. But for some reason, there's just something so creepy and disgusting about these things. Every time I see one, I get this unsettling tingle in my spine. And then when you step on one, they always make that horrible crunch sound, like when you're eating a chip or some shit. Roaches are easily the nastiest and most useless creatures to have ever been created. And don't even get me started on the ones that can fucking fly, man. You ever tried to squish a roach before? Then he hits a nasty juke move on you? I don't know what update to the server allowed these motherfuckers to grow wings, but I hope it gets patched soon. Next, we got probably the most overpowered animal there is. Grizzly bears. I think while God was creating this animal, he accidentally gave it way too many buffs. There is no reason why this animal should have so many different abilities and traits to be able to murk whoever and whatever they want. Grizzly bears are essentially the Brolys of the animal kingdom. No flaws, no weaknesses, just straight menaces. One thing I've always wondered is what is a man supposed to do when he encounters such a deadly beast? Because almost every solution ends up the exact same way, with you ending up on the 5 o'clock news. On one hand, you can't run from the thing because it'll easily hawk you down. Everyone knows that grizzly bears run 4.3 NFL combine type speed. You can't climb a tree to hide from it because it'll just chase you up the tree. You can't shoot the bear because for one, the bullets aren't going to do a damn thing. And two, you shooting it is only going to make it that much more angry. And while I mean you could try to play dead, let's be honest. The playing dead method only has like a 5% survival rate. Honestly, it's going to take the power of God and only God himself to help you escape from a wild grizzly bear. In conclusion, coming across a pissed off bear is nothing more than a sign from God that it's your time to meet your maker. Next, we got the Blobfish. Somebody tell me who did this? Who cursed this fish to forever be doomed as the most hideous thing on earth? What mutation had to occur for an animal to possibly come out looking like this? The mere existence of this fish is cruel and unusual punishment. Don't this motherfucker look like the saddest thing on earth? death. I feel so bad for this poor thing. It literally has this eternal frown on its face. It's almost like even it knows how disgusting it looks. Now, blobfish are fish that live in the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean. They're found in the corners of the deep sea that practically no one has ever been to before. Blobfish really make me terrified of what other atrocious demons could be living in the bikini bottom depths of the ocean. Next, we got the goblin shark, aka the dildo shark. Now imagine a unicorn and a shark had a baby. This is what you would get. The goblin shark is pretty much the deformed, long lost cousin of what a regular shark looks like. Just a million times uglier, and for some reason has a penis growing from the top of its head. Now just imagine how terrifying a normal shark is. Obviously we all know sharks are the natural apex predators of the ocean. You get caught lacking in any part of the ocean by a great white, you might as well flip yourself over and douse yourself in seasoning because you're cooked, buddy. Now imagine a shark that comes equipped with the BBC in order to further violate you. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the goblin shark. What makes this shark so much more disturbing than a normal shark is the gums on this thing. This shark's teeth remind me of the inside of a crackhead's mouth for some reason. Just dirty as hell and looks like they're missing half their teeth. Next we got naked cats. I just want to ask why. Why do people feel the need to violate these creatures like this? Who thought it would be a good idea to shave a goddamn cat bald? Now listen, I actually think that cats are pretty decent animals, especially if you get one of those super cute fuzzy looking ones. But naked cats are on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, my nigga. Who knew under all that fur lied such an ugly ass animal? Cats pretty much turn into a completely different creature when they get their hair shaven off. It should be a crime to violate an animal to this degree. For some reason, it just feels so wrong and illegal to ever look at a hairless cat. Look at this thing and tell me this shit doesn't look disgusting. Plus, naked cats have the tendency to always have this evil ass look on their face. They have this look as if they're up to no good. They always look like they're plotting on the end of the world. Naked cats just give off those Doofenshmirtz supervillain vibes. Next, we got an animal that, while not deadly, is still terrifying. A Canadian moose. Now I understand that moose are nothing more than an overgrown horse with antlers, but if you've ever seen one of these things in real life, you'd understand why I put them in this video. If you've ever seen a moose stand next to something like a tree or a car, these things look absolutely massive. I just thank God that these things aren't a threat to humans, or else we'd be fucked. Last but not least, we have probably the scariest animal on this list. I want to go ahead and give a disclaimer for everyone watching this video, as the animal I'm about to talk about is one that comes from the depths of hell itself, the Goliath bird eater. The name alone should let you know about the demonic specimen you're looking at. Now I know what some of you are wondering, how could an animal possibly get the name Goliath bird eater? What type of beast are we dealing with? Well, my friend, that's because the bird eater is known as the largest spider to have ever existed, with some reaching lengths of up to 12 inches long. Yes, you heard that right. This spider is quite literally an entire foot long. Imagine seeing a fucking spider that is borderline the same size as your fat ass head. This spider is the spider that all of us have nightmares about. This spider is basically the same size, if not bigger than your entire hand. How in the hell am I even supposed to kill this thing? This spider is pretty much bigger than my fucking feet. The only way to kill this demon is to shoot this motherfucker. That's the only way. I'm a nigga that gets terrified at the sight of a cockroach or even a centipede. Let me see one of these niggas crawling around in my kitchen. I'm calling the SWAT team to come exterminate that monster. It's gonna take an entire FBI SWAT unit for this son of a bitch. I'm sorry, I'd rather fight a damn bear than ever have to come face to face with the largest spider in the world. But with all that being said, that's about all I have for today. If you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, but yeah, that's about it. See you.